Chosen one, stop right here. Don't scroll, don't blink, don't rush past this moment, because whether you realize it or not, you have just stepped into a divine appointment, a spiritual interruption arranged by heaven itself. This message didn't show up on your screen by chance, by luck, or by algorithm. Heaven has been trying to reach you all week. And right now, at this exact moment, the Holy Spirit is saying, "Listen, my child, this is for you. You have been feeling something unusual in your spirit lately, an unexplainable pull, a heaviness mixed with urgency, a sense that something is shifting around you, even though nothing looks different on the surface. You have been waking up with thoughts you didn't fall asleep with, feeling emotions that don't match your circumstances, sensing a spiritual stirring that feels like both warning and preparation. And you keep saying to yourself, something feels off, something feels different. But you cannot quite put your finger on what it is. Chosen one, that is because God has been tugging at your heart, whispering to your soul, trying to get you still long enough to hear him. But life has been loud, responsibilities have been loud, people have been loud, and sometimes the enemy sends noise, not to break you, but just to interrupt your sensitivity to God's voice. That is why heaven brought you here. If your heart feels like it is beating harder right now, if your eyes feel locked in, if you suddenly feel a strange calm or a sudden warmth in your chest, that is not emotion, that is recognition. Your spirit knows this message is not ordinary. This is heaven confirming, yes, I have been trying to reach you. You haven't been imagining the pressure, the tension, the unrest. You haven't been overthinking. You have been spiritually contacted. Because lately, your battles haven't matched your behavior. You have been hit with storms. You didn't start attacked in areas you weren't expecting and pushed into emotional corners without knowing why. But God says, I needed your attention. I needed your heart open. I needed your spirit awake. This right here, right now, is the moment where the noise finally stops, where your soul becomes quiet enough, where heaven's message finally reaches you. You have been tired lately, chosen one, not the normal kind of tired that fades after a nap or a weekend of rest, but the kind of tired that sits deep in your bones, the kind of tired where you wake up already exhausted, like your mind has been running spiritual marathons in your sleep. It feels like your energy is leaking somewhere you cannot see, like something invisible has been draining you quietly, slowly, relentlessly, and you have been trying to push through it, telling yourself it is just stress, just life, just age. But your spirit knows it is something else. This exhaustion isn't random. It isn't physical weakness. It isn't you slowing down. This is spiritual depletion from carrying burdens heaven never asked you to carry alone. You have been the strong one for so long that people around you forget you have limits. You have been the listener, the comforter, the counselor, the peacemaker, the glue that holds everything together. And the truth is, the ones who hold everyone else often have no one holding them. God says, I have seen you trying to stay strong while secretly wondering who is strong for you. You have been carrying silent battles, fears you don't talk about, wounds you don't show, questions you don't voice, responsibilities that nobody understands, and the weight of it has been pressing on your spirit, pressing on your joy, pressing on your peace. This is why heaven has been trying to reach you, because God never intended for you to walk through the season by yourself. You have been feeling stretched, worn thin, pulled in multiple directions at once, and the enemy has been trying to whisper. You are overwhelmed because you are failing, but heaven says you are overwhelmed because you are transitioning. You are stepping into a spiritual shift, a new chapter, a new assignment, and your old strength is not enough for what is coming. That heaviness you feel is not defeat. It is invitation. God is trying to draw you closer, trying to get you to slow down, trying to pull you back into his presence so he can replenish you, restore you, and reveal what is next. This tiredness is not a sign you are breaking. It is a sign you are being rebuilt, and heaven needed your attention long enough to tell you that. Listen closely, chosen one, because this part is going to settle deep in your spirit. Your soul has already moved on from places your body is still standing in. Lately, you have been feeling disconnected from people you used to feel close to, uneasy in environments that once felt normal, uninterested in conversations that used to entertain you. You keep asking yourself, why don't I fit here anymore? Or, why does this feel different all of a sudden? That is not mood swings. That is not aging. That is not antisocial behavior. That is spiritual evolution. Your spirit is outgrowing the level you used to live on. The old version of you is fading, and the new version God is forming cannot survive in the same circles, the same habits, the same energy, or the same familiar comfort zones. When God elevates your spirit, he makes your old surroundings uncomfortable so you don't stay stuck where you are, no longer meant to be. This is why some people suddenly feel distant. It is not because you did something wrong, it is because God is creating spiritual separation. Some connections are no longer aligned with your calling. Some friendships cannot go where you are going. Some environments would suffocate the version of you that God is awakening. And heaven has been trying to reach you because you have been sensing that shift but doubting yourself, trying to figure out what changed. Let me tell you plainly, God changed you. He has been pulling you inward, drawing you higher, sharpening your discernment, and opening your eyes to truth you once overlooked. You have been noticing red flags sooner, feeling drained around certain people quicker, sensing dishonesty, manipulation, or spiritual immaturity faster than you used to. That sensitivity isn't paranoia. It is spiritual maturity. And here is the part heaven really wants you to understand. A door in your life is about to close. One you have been too hesitant to shut yourself, but God, in his mercy and protection, is preparing to close it for you because keeping it open is slowing your purpose. This isn't loss, this is divine alignment. This is God rearranging your life to match the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. You are not disconnecting, you are transitioning. You are not losing people, you are gaining clarity. Your spirit knows something big is coming, and heaven is preparing you for it. Let me speak to the part of you that has been quietly wondering, why do I feel watched over lately? Why do I feel protected in moments that should have shaken me, chosen one? That is because you are being watched over. Heaven has been surrounding you in ways you cannot see, covering you in moments you didn't recognize, and shielding you from attacks that never made it to your doorstep. You have been sensing a presence around you, sometimes late at night, sometimes in the middle of a stressful moment, sometimes out of nowhere, and that gentle awareness is not your imagination. It is divine protection assigned specifically to you. There were situations that could have gone wrong but didn't. Conversations that could have wounded you but somehow lost their power. Accidents that should have happened but mysteriously didn't. Doors that could have closed yet stayed open. People who could have hurt you but were suddenly removed. This wasn't coincidence. This was heaven intervening. God dispatched angels around you because your life carries purpose. Your voice carries influence, and your destiny carries weight in the kingdom. You are not just surviving, you are being preserved. There are things that should have broken you, but didn't, emotional attacks that should have hardened you. But somehow you kept your softness. Betrayals that should have made you bitter, but somehow you kept your compassion. Seasons that should have made you cold, but somehow you kept your faith. And God says, I preserved your heart for a reason. You carry a gentleness that hell tried to destroy, a discernment the enemy tried to dull, a calling darkness tried to suffocate. But every attempt failed because God's hand has been wrapped around your life. If you have been feeling unusually alert, sensitive, or spiritually aware lately, it is because heaven has elevated your radar. You are not just being protected, you are being prepared. Something is coming that requires a guarded spirit, a sharpened mind, and a heart aligned with the voice of God. Heaven has been trying to reach you because the level you are stepping into requires supernatural covering, supernatural wisdom, and supernatural timing. And child of God, what has been protecting you isn't luck. It is the covering of Jesus Christ, securing you for the destiny ahead. Here is the part heaven needs you to hear with your whole spirit, chosen one, because this is the instruction your heart has been reaching for, the clarity your mind has been craving, and the answer your prayers have been circling around for weeks. You have entered a season where God is not asking you to push. He is asking you to listen. You have spent years fighting, fixing, surviving, striving, trying to make things work, trying to hold on, trying to figure out what is going wrong and how to make it right. But this chapter is different. This breakthrough will not come from your effort. It will come from your obedience. You don't need to hustle your way into this blessing. You don't need to force your way into the next season. You don't need to overthink every step or rehearse every possible outcome. God is shifting you from doing to hearing, from striving to aligning, from trying to trusting. That is why heaven has been trying to reach you, because there are heavenly instructions being released specifically for your life, and without quieting your spirit, you would miss what God is trying to say. Think about it. You have felt a strange pull towards stillness. Moments where your heart wants silence, your mind wants solitude, and your soul wants space to breathe. That wasn't tiredness. That was invitation. God has been trying to speak to you in the pauses, in the quiet hours, in the moments when you felt like withdrawing from noise, drama, and overstimulation. The reason everything around you has felt chaotic is because the enemy wanted to drown out the frequency of heaven before you could hear the next instruction. But look at you right now, listening, still, present, exactly where God needed you to be. This moment is divine alignment. The fact that you did not scroll away, the fact that your spirit locked into this message, the fact that your heart feels something rising as you hear this. That is your confirmation. You are in position for new revelation. Something big is about to shift in your life. Chosen one, something heaven ordained, something the enemy cannot sabotage, delay, or dismantle. You are stepping into a moment where divine strategy will guide you, not your own understanding. God is about to show you where to place your next step, who to trust in this season, what to release, what to pursue, and which doors to walk through. You are not walking blindly, you are being guided. And pay close attention to this, because heaven needs you to grasp it deeply. Your next breakthrough will not come from force, but from instruction. God is preparing to give you clarity that will save you years of wandering, wisdom that will protect you from unnecessary battles, discernment that will expose the motives of those around you, and vision that will align your steps with your destiny. The moment you lean in, the moment you quiet the noise, the moment you allow God to lead instead of letting fear push you, the supernatural will begin to unfold in ways you haven't seen in years. And chosen one, heaven brought you to this moment because you are finally ready to hear what is next. But listen closely now, chosen one, because this is the very message heaven has been trying to whisper to you all week. The message that couldn't break through the noise until this moment. Stop letting fear interpret what God is doing in your life. You have been feeling the shaking, the shifting, the discomfort, the uncertainty, and your mind has been trying to label it as loss, decline, instability, or danger. But in the spiritual realm, this is not destruction. This is divine restructuring. You are not being broken apart. You are being realigned into something stronger, clearer, and more stable than anything you have walked in before. The shaking you are experiencing is not God removing your foundation. He is removing what has been standing in the way of your foundation. The very things you thought you needed were actually the things holding you back. The very people you thought would stay forever would have limited your next season. The very environments you thought were secure no longer match the anointing on your life. Heaven is not tearing you down. Heaven is clearing your path. The silence you have been feeling recently, those moments where you pray and feel like the heavens are still, those days where you feel God's presence but cannot hear His voice. Chosen one, that silence is not abandonment, it is preparation. You are in the spiritual equivalent of a divine briefing room where God pulls His chosen into stillness so He can recalibrate their inner world before giving the next instruction. When God prepares you for elevation, He quiets everything around you, not to discourage you, but to sharpen your discernment so you recognize His next move when it happens, and those people walking away, those sudden disconnects, those unexpected endings. That is not rejection. It is protection. You prayed for God to remove the wrong people, and heaven took you seriously. You prayed for clarity, and God exposed motives. You prayed for peace, and God removed the people who were disturbing it. Don't call it loss when heaven calls it rescue. Even the delays, the things you thought would have happened by now, the opportunities that seem stalled, the prayers that haven't manifested yet, the promises that feel overdue, those delays are not denial. They are divine timing ensuring you arrive prepared, healed, and spiritually ready. God refuses to bless you prematurely because premature blessings can crush a person who has not been strengthened for the weight of them. What feels delayed is actually being delivered at the exact moment it is meant to unfold. And that exhaustion you have been sitting under, the kind that hits your soul more than your body, that is not weakness. It is the fatigue of transition. You are in the final stretch before breakthrough, and the enemy always attacks hardest right before the blessing arrives. But look at you, still standing, still listening, still sensitive to God's voice. Heaven says, you are closer than you think, stronger than you know, and more protected than you realize. You have stepped into a sacred hour, an hour where what has been hidden will be revealed, what has been held back will be released, and what has been broken will be restored. And when it comes, chosen one, it will not be subtle. It will be sudden, undeniable, and sealed by heaven itself. Chosen one, take a deep breath, because what I am about to say carries the weight of heaven behind it. This is your moment. Not a random moment, not a motivational moment, but a divinely orchestrated intersection between your spirit and God's timing. You didn't stumble onto this message, you were guided into it. Heaven has been trying to reach you all week because something in the spiritual realm has shifted in your favor. Something God has been preparing behind the scenes. Something your spirit has been sensing without fully understanding. And now, heaven says, the wait is over. Listen, you are stepping into a season where things that were confusing will suddenly make sense, where the pain you endured will finally reveal its purpose, where the doors that refused to open before will open without resistance. This next chapter of your life will not look like the last, because God Himself has stepped into your story with fresh authority, fresh instruction, and fresh breakthrough. This is not a season of guessing. This is a season of clarity. You have spent years being faithful, years persevering through storms, years holding on when you didn't have much strength left. Heaven saw every tear, every prayer, every night you pushed through fear. Every moment you kept believing, even when your faith felt small. And God says, because you stayed faithful in the silent season, I will be loud in your breakthrough season. What is coming toward you now is not random favor. It is harvest, and hear this clearly, you will not miss what God has for you. The enemy tried to discourage you, distract you, overwhelm you, and make you doubt the promises spoken over your life. But here you are, still chosen, still protected, still aligned, still standing in the exact place heaven needed you to be. Nothing the enemy attempted worked, nothing the darkness planned succeeded, nothing forged against you prospered. This moment is heaven marking your spirit and declaring, the tide has turned. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered. Doors are being prepared that only God can open. Blessings are being released that no one can block. Healing is being activated that no one can delay. So, chosen one, receive this final prophetic declaration. You are stepping into divine timing, divine favor, divine protection, and divine elevation. What God is about to do will exceed your expectations, rewrite your story, restore what was lost, and reveal who you are always meant to be. If this message spoke to your spirit, don't leave without subscribing, so you never miss what heaven is sending next. And if you feel led, you may tap super thanks or support the ministry, only if the Spirit guides your heart. You are chosen, you are covered, and your new chapter begins right now. Amen.